Hey guys, my name is Halex. In today's video, we'll be talking about the lifesteal SMP drama with Prince Sam with over 200,000 subscribers and Delilah died with 20,000. Now, before we get into the rest of this intro, huge shout out to my man Pocket Gaming or Pocket YouTube. This video is very inspired by him, and also I took information from his video to create this, so shout out to my man. Go sub to him. But continue on this intro, Delilah died and Prince Sam were in a relationship, and things actually started to become very, let's just say, tense and aggressive in the past few months, and a lot of stuff happened. To summarize it, the best thing I can say is there was a lot of reading, a lot. There's 47 pages in one of their statements. That's all I gotta say. But before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and don't forget to comment down below what you want next, and let's get into the video. Alrighty, to start this video off, there is a lot of information to start off with. And first of all, it will start from a post from a burner account of Delilah died, starting with, if it isn't already very clear, please dissociate me from anything relating to the content creator Prince Sam. He repeatedly manipulated me in our time in our relationship together, at which time he repeatedly manipulated me into lying about numerous things, including his feelings, in order to take advantage of me. And over the past couple of weeks, I've tried to even get in contact with Sam and work things out calmly and professionally, even after his actions caused me to lose numerous friends, and even after he threatened my career and promised to ensure that any server/event that he was a part of would blacklist me. I asked him what did I do to deserve this, and he claims he doesn't know to this day. I will be coming out with further details regarding the manipulation, the mental abuse, the trauma, and the more likely within the week, and how his actions led me to self-harm and even attempted suicide. I really wish this could have been resolved privately and maturely, but Xammer has proven to be anything but that. More details soon. Now, this right here, I'm just gonna tell you this straight up. I'm kind of gonna spoil a bit of the video. This is gaslighting on another level. If you guys don't know, the whole situation was saying that Delilah died was manipulated by Sam, but later in the video you'll find out it's kind of the opposite. But continuing on, let's move on to their statements. Their physical statements that they posted. So let's start off with Prince Sam's statement right here. First of all, it starts off, just warning you, a lot of reading is going to be done right now. It starts off with statement. I'd just like to start off and apologize for all the stress and drama that's been going around recently. I never wanted to see the people that have supported me this far hurt like this. It's terrible, and I wish everything upon they could stay private. This situation should have stayed between the people involved, and I'm sorry for letting things get to this far. Both parties should have done better. Also, I'd like to say I make it very clear that no hate should be sent to anybody involved in all of this. Please just dissociate or block at most, nothing else. I'd like to really quickly make it clear that I am nowhere near perfect. To be honest, I made a few mistakes in this relationship. However, I don't believe any of them is to justify the extent in which Delilah escalated this whole situation while lying in a society that is nothing but hostile towards victims and abuse and continuous discrimination. Public statements are extremely vital in justice being served by exposing perpetrators, especially those in positions of power. That being said, the recent statements have been by Delilah against me are bad faith attacks rooted in misinformation and pure lies, and I feel like it's extremely important for me to combat this by expressing the truth of the matter to stifle negative speculation. I firmly believe that it is important that we listen to their victims and their stories at all times, which means both of us, and that lies like these only serve to discredit accountability. I'd like to start off by countering claims of emotional abuse during our relationship. I did everything in my power to never say or do anything that would hurt her whenever she got upset of something. I'd always be supportive and there for her at times when she was on bad terms with some of my closest friends. I sided with her and confronted her despite all the vague statements Delilah made on Twitter about me. I was the person in the relationship who had been emotionally abused. Now, if you remember, literally few moments prior, I told you that it was flipped and she was gaslighting him. Well, here you go. Continuing on, I was verbally harassed and even manipulated, and since she came out first, she projected all of that onto me before I was even able to release my statement. Continuing on, the first clear instance of Delilah being emotionally abusive was one specific night where we had gotten to a call and an argument. The first thing she did was scream angrily about an argument that had recently gotten into with one of our close friends. Around that time, there was a lot of negative rumors about her spreading around the community. These rumors were being spread by an old friend that used to be close to Delilah. I knew about these rumors and the person behind them, after hearing about them from another one of my friends who I will be referring to as P1. After she verbally berated the individual that she had gotten into an argument with earlier, my intention was to spend the rest of that call comforting and helping her through these rumors spreading around the community. However, she asked me if I had talked to P1, I said yes, but I also told her that P1 asked me not to disclose any of the sensitive info from our conversation to anybody. As a close friend of P1, I was going to uphold that. P1 didn't know I was in a relationship with Delilah, and because of that, I deemed it unfair to betray their trust and share this information. Especially since a lot of stuff wasn't super positive and probably wouldn't benefit Delilah. When I told her I didn't want to share that P1 had told me, she began screaming and crying, yelling things along the lines of two of my closest friends betrayed me. Then she left the call, leaving me with an enormous sense of guilt. I felt awful about everything. Later, while at my grandpa's house, I received another message. Now going on here, you'll see that it shows a Discord message. If we zoom in real quick. This is a Discord message between Prince Zam and Delilah Died. It starts out with, "We need to talk." And Prince Zam says, "I can't right now, I'm at my grandpa's house with my dad. Are you okay? Can you tell me something without VCing or no? I'm super anxious right now. I cried so much. I'm not okay right now, and I'm talking to my dad to feel better. I'm sorry. I love you. Please tell me if there's anything you can do. If you want to wait until we can VC, I don't mind." Then Delilah Died says, "I'm sorry for yelling at you, it's not your fault. The entire situation is just very stressful. When I hear that lies are being spread behind my back and could affect all of my friendships and my literal career, yeah, I'm not gonna handle that very well. Especially when my boyfriend actively has information that negatively impacts me and chooses to keep that from me. My parents always talk about being a team and having each other's back, and right now I really need these people to have my back. So when you say things people have a really bad opinion of you right now, and then refuse to share any further information with me, yes, that is betrayal of my trust. You are my boyfriend. That holds an obligation if you know that something that could hurt me, and you will tell me. Keeping secrets is not okay in this relationship, and well-being should be held to a much higher standard than a pinky promise you made to a friend. You're absolutely right, I'm sorry. My dad told me the same thing. I made the wrong choice tonight, and I'm sorry." Then Delilah Died says, "We can talk more when you get home." Then, in Prince Zam's statement, under this screenshot, it says, "At that moment, I was really scared and sympathized with her since I was made to feel like I did something wrong. However, after looking back at all of this, I don't feel that way anymore. Emotional abuse involves attempts to frighten, control, or even isolate the victim." And this is exactly how the situation looks to me. I was unbelievably frightened and feel obligated to do everything I could to make her feel better. In reality, I was simply withholding information that was not only shared to me in confidence, but that would be harmful to Delilah. Scrolling down, there was two new screenshots that looked like iMessage or Instagram. And it says, "I've been struggling with a lot and thinking of a way to tell you this, but I tell you the truth, I'm still upset with you. There are a lot of things about our relationship that have made me feel unhappy or upset, and I have a lot of feelings that I need to get sorted out. What I'm trying to say is that I need space, that I've needed it for a while. Unfortunately, I don't think I've ever received it. I'm sorry if this is so sudden. I don't know what possessed me to think everything was okay. I promise I wasn't trying to deceive you or anything. I just kind of had a moment of realization yesterday that I'm not okay, and that some time away from this would help me out a ton. Once again, I'm sorry, but I'd like my space, and now I want you to respect that." Then Delilah says this. Just letting you know, Prince Zam is the left, Delilah is the right. In caps, "You are mad at me? What the hell could you possibly be mad at me for? First of all, turns out that once again you were hiding something from me. You get mad at me and saying, 'Why don't you trust me?' And then immediately lie to my let's just say, my face. You lie more often than you tell me you love me. That another lie too? All you do is lie and hide things again behind my back, and then lie about it again. Get in a ducking call with me and lie up your goddamn lips. You tell me what I've done to make your life so miserable." Holy crap, dude. Now this, my friends, is manipulation. She's trying and remember, hold up, we go back. The physical definition of emotional abuse involves attempts to frighten, control, or isolate the victim. Not only is Delilah doing these two, frighten and control, but she's trying to isolate him and trying to pretty much get him in a call, which is isolation. Next going on. Text, Delilah says, sent you a text, read it. Pick up or we are done. Get out of the call with whoever the... Sorry, there is so much cursing, guys. Whoever the hell you decided to share my entire personal life with. Did you share all my voice memos with him like you did with all your IRL friends? This just didn't happen, just another assumption. According to Prince Zam. Zam, for suck's sakes, did you think that running from your problems is gonna solve them? Pick up now. I would much rather talk this out than you end things messy, and I guarantee you're messaging blank instead of talking with me like a mature adult. But we always knew you were one of those. Once again, Delilah died is gaslighting this man, which I don't agree with. Then it goes from Zam's statement. I also received a number of messages from her on Essentials, a Minecraft mod with a built-in messaging interface. Here she called me a coward. I was belittled and hurt for simply asking a little time to myself after months of what I was beginning to see as manipulation, which in fact, Zam was right to have. Everybody they should have their own space, and Delilah was not accepting it, and she was pretty much preventing him from doing that. And it says, I was also called a liar for simply changing my mind on things. I wanted to be in the relationship a few nights prior, but when I had woken up in the next morning, I instantly regretted my decisions and began working on a way to convey that to her. However, because I haven't told her immediately, she began referring to me as, oh my god, conveying to me that, however, because I hadn't told her immediately about the whole statement about what I told her, Delilah also accused me of manipulation and multiple other things. As told, she also was an accusation that she projected onto me in her statement. One of the clearest instances of her being manipulative was occurred a week ago. During a period in which I was asking her for space, she continued to add me to a group chat, attempting to get me to talk to her and call with her. I didn't feel comfortable doing that or even talking to her again, so I'd send her messages trying to explain my emotions. But again, she never properly addressed my messages and completely ignored me. And I believe that's because some of them said that she wanted them to say. After sending about 4 of those, I ended up writing an apology for things on Twitter that I've done wrong in the relationship. In reality, however, she completely ignored it and responded with this. Prince Zan then says, big apology message I spent with a lot of time writing. And you gotta realize Prince Zam wrote all of this. 2 damn full text notes. And by the way, in Windows, full text notes are over 2 to 3 to maybe even 5,000 characters. And he filled up 2 of them, which is nuts. Then Delilah died and says, I'm not reading all this. I'm so tired. I'm ending my life. Goodbye. And with that, if we go back, once again, she is manipulating him, isolating him, and also trying to gaslight him into blaming her death as his fault. Then it says, during the time period where I asked Delilah for space, I attempted to get some control over it and ignore her so I could focus on clearing my mind and figure out my emotions. However, during these times, my friend sent me many tweets in which Delilah indirectly referred to me as, when addressing why she had taken a break from content creation, as well as subtly throwing jabs at me in her actual content. These vague insinuations, sorry, I'm really bad at English, got to the point where they had begun to push my own community members to stop supporting me, which was uncalled for. Then there's 2 screenshots under this. I keep thinking of coming back from content break, but I look at the messages like this and I feel really sad. Because I guarantee you are following the person who made me quit, you support them, and I'm worried if I come back, I would just be more hurt and drama. Then a screenshot shows within her tweet saying, whoever did this, you're an absolute moron. I have nothing good to say to people that made Delilah feel like this. Go sit in a corner and think about what you did and how your words affect the people around you. Whoever did this, I'm sorry, bro, but you're protecting a literal criminal, okay? And listen, I'm not biased in any way. We're going to go to her statement next, but this is crazy so far. Then it shows Delilah died's another tweet saying, off with your head, pretty much saying that she's trying to kill him. and shows her Twitch and stuff. Then going over again, we have just an FYI, I have officially left the Gen SMP. It's kind of common knowledge that there is some drama between me and a fairly large creator, and one of these main reasons that I have not been comfortable talking about it was because I think it forces people to choose sides. And based on the size and influence of the other person involved, I'm worried about the impact this could have on me as a creator and my career, which is exactly what happened in this situation where people were forced into a choice, and I'm not doing that again. However, I think it's only fair to the people who have supposed my time on the Gen SMP to tell you that I would no longer be participating in that server. Then another one is a milestone she hit saying thank you so much for 20k. I'm a little late, I hit 20k yesterday, lol. I really wish that this was more exciting, but I haven't been in a very good mood recently, and I was hoping this could be the start of a new chapter. We'll have a lot more joy than I have had recently. Might have more info soon. As you can see, it's underlined. Then this is another screenshot saying an innocent third party. Pretty much, this was someone who I think she hired, or like, I don't know, somebody that had no idea what was going on in the situation. I don't want to rush you in your healing process, but things like this are something that's gonna continue to happen. I'm trying to help the best I can, but I can't stop this from happening. Then he says, these are all attempts from her to get me to break the boundary. I tried setting between her and myself. Essentially, she was attempting me to force me into a call with her, and I made it clear I was not ready to do that yet. These tweets kept putting pressure on me, and I forced me to reply in her hopes of getting her to stop. I was losing thousands of members of my community because of those tweets, and that really hurt to see. It led to me deleting Twitter and constantly writing her massive apologies in which I'd accept all of my wrongdoings in the relationship. In reality, bro did nothing. He was literally, he was a victim. At the same time, I would explain to her that I didn't want anything to do with her and what she had done to me. I wrote her more messages than I ever wanted to, but every single time I get the same response about being immature and my feelings were invalid. Now, we have read through 6 pages of this statement, and I've read pretty much of the important drama, but we're just gonna skim through this, and I'm not gonna really read it. I'm just gonna really talk about and commentate on it. So there's another screenshot about this, pretty much explaining that pretty much she keeps trying to get people to hurt him and like a lot of stuff. And then she calls another female creator a whore, which is not okay. Not okay at all. And then it says, as a result of bringing this up, individual who vouched against her, Delilah instantly jumped to the conclusion that another female content creator not in the lifesteal was responsible for this situation. Pretty much assuming things. Then, yada yada yada, all this, that's not good enough to blacklisting. Pretty much she got blacklisted from the lifesteal SMP. Then going down here, it says anyone at all not blacklisted. She just wants to get to the full story. I'm going to try to get him to reach out to you. What do you mean by a confusion thing? Like he thinks you're some drama or something. I'm going to kill, pretty much tell him she's going to kill someone. I'm going to end her worthless. And holy crap, that is, damn, holy crap. Anyway, better talk with me soon. I will make sure he does, because I have waited months. Just let me handle things. Please do not worry. I worked my ass off. I've done everything. I will not lose everything I work because of some worthless. Oh my damn. I'm fuming right now because I can't work this out of myself. Please get to reach out to me privately because I have a lot of say to that. And I think that is enough of the Zam statement. Now let's take a look from the other personal view of Delilah Dye.